Good evening. My name is Mark Mann, and I am the Assistant Vice President here at Campbellsville University in Louisville. And I want to welcome you to the 2020 Fall New Student Orientation. It's an honor to have the best and the brightest from around Kentuckiana joining us tonight. You guys are part of a historic story here at Campbellsville University in Louisville. You are part of the largest fall class to ever start at CU Louisville. When you start classes here on October the 19th, we will have over 5,800 students taking classes in Louisville. So silent claps, right? Everybody's on mute. The fascinating thing is that even with that many students, we believe that it's crucial to keep your classes small and intimate so that you get the opportunity to get to know each other, to get to know your instructors. We want you to be able to feel comfortable asking questions in small classes and really get engaged in conversation and discussion. So congratulations on being the largest class ever in Louisville before you've even begun. Orientation Day is my second favorite day of the year because my favorite day of the year is graduation day. And as a Louisville student, you will actually have 2 graduation days. When you finish your classes, we will celebrate in Louisville with a ceremony and a dinner where you'll be recognized and you'll receive your tassels and your cords and your gifts and your awards. And then a few days later, you will walk across the stage at Ransdale Chapel at main campus in Campbellsville and be recognized by the provost and shake hands with the president. And it's a glorious day, and it's one that you will remember forever. So tonight, you will get to know how it all works. As Brianna might say, you will discover all the things, right? Tonight, we're going to discuss how to navigate your remote classes. It's much easier than you would expect. You will learn how to become a successful Campbellsville University student so that eventually you will become a successful Campbellsville University graduate. You'll meet our team who are here to help make sure that you have the tools to be successful. You'll meet the one and only Miss Vicki Montgomery, learn about what to expect from financial aid. Obviously, you'll meet everyone from the admissions team, Miss Jennifer Brody, who handles our registration. And last but not least, you will hear from Miss Deborah Thomas, the assistant director for the Louisville Center. We will try our best to answer some of the frequently asked questions and also give you an introduction to some of the technology that you'll be using as a student here at Campbellsville University. I'll tell you, I've been at CU Louisville since March of 2016, going on 5 years. I haven't seen it. I personally have seen it grow and change a lot during that time, and I expect that it will grow and change a lot more while you are a student. I don't think you could be starting at a better time. In times of uncertainty, having an education and putting your effort into becoming knowledgeable is probably one of the most important things you can do. Campbellsville University has been offering remote learning, I know, since at least 1999. So 21 years of remote coursework. And so after COVID-19 hit and the American workforce was all of a sudden separated into essential workers and non-essential workers, we were there to kind of push people along and say, we got this thing. You can do this remote. You can do it hybrid. You can do it online. So many times education is the catalyst that takes people from non-essential to essential. And that's really why I'm very, very glad you're here. I want you to feel comfortable and move quickly into becoming an active student. If we were face-to-face, we would be doing a whole welcome week of activities where you would get to know us and we would get to know you. But I still want to see that you get involved. I want to celebrate your successes with you. For those of you who are dual credit students, I want you and your parents to know that we've got your back. I've got your back. And if you ever have any questions or concerns, do not hesitate to reach out to me directly. I'm probably one of the only ones brave enough to list my personal cell phone number on my business cards. And at most universities, I would say you might never even know who the senior vice president is, right? Let alone feel comfortable to reach out to them. So at CU Louisville, we are creating Christian servant leaders, and that's something that we take very seriously. So if you need me, I'm always around. With that said, I think I've probably said enough, so it's my pleasure to turn it over to the high school and dual credit coordinator, Miss Shelby Harding. Shel?
Hey guys, like Mark mentioned, my name is Shelby Harding and I work with our high school students earning dual credit. For those of you in dual credit, I'll be your point of contact until you complete high school, and then we will transition you into your undergraduate program. Our admissions team works with students pursuing certificate, associate, bachelor's, and master's degree programs from the time they connect with CU until they start classes. That team is Brianna Shelby, Candace Troxel, Tyrone Stallard, and Candace Benzel. Those of you in undergraduate or master programs will also work with Vicki Montgomery in financial aid, both before you start and throughout your time here at CU. You will also work with an academic advisor throughout your time here. Academic advisors help with scheduling classes to ensure you're taking what you need and help stay on track to graduate. Most of you will work with Jennifer Brody, who is with us tonight, although we do have other advisors for certain programs as well. Candace Benzel is here tonight to explain what you can expect this fall regarding your classes, and as your time working with our admission team comes to a close as you start classes, our student services team will become your primary contact for events on campus, questions about resources, and more. Kayla Seeley and Deborah Thomas from Student Services are here tonight, and Kayla is going to be telling you more about their team. Up next, you're going to hear from Tyrone Stallard about our support systems.
Hey everybody, like she said, my name is Tyrone. I'm the enrollment counselor. I'm going to talk to you about support systems. Here at CU, you have a substantial support system, many of whom you've already been working with, and several you'll meet tonight and in the weeks ahead. We're here for you and we are excited for you. With the small class sizes, as you know, you'll get to know your instructor and other students, even in a remote format. So take advantage of the opportunities to get connected. You all may be strangers today, but soon you'll have great friends and lifelong connections. Excuse me. With this group that you're studying with, there'll be great study buddies, proofreaders, or even those who might be a good resource for you in the future for career opportunities. With that in mind, we encourage you to make the most of each day and your time here at CU. We also recognize that things at home may look a lot different for you in the coming months. We hope you all have a number of cheerleaders, because we will be one of those cheerleaders as well. You certainly have several here and at your house, but even if your family and friends are excited for you, your life is going to look a little different for a while as you adjust to class time and study time. Stay the course and you will adapt to this new schedule. We know you have busy schedules, and that's why our schedules are flexible and designed to fit your lifestyle. And we also encourage you to stick with it now that you've started. We work with students every day who started their college career and years ago, but decided to take a quick break, and that quick break turned into years. So those quick breaks run into long breaks often, and that can mean missing out on job opportunities and promotions and a lot of other great opportunities. So commit to today and commit to seeing us through all the way to graduation, because like I said, we are your support system. We look forward to seeing you graduate from here. Next up, we have Vicki, who will talk to you about financial aid.
Good evening. My name is Vicki Montgomery, and I am the financial aid advisor here at Campbellsville, and I am wanting to talk to you a little bit about financial aid. So let's go ahead and get started. So at Campbellsville University, full-time is 12 credit hours or more, or half-time status is anywhere between 6 to 8 hours. Tuition is $3.99 per credit hour. So for 6 hours, your tuition would be $2,394, or at full-time status, it will be $4,788. I don't believe we have any graduate students on at this time, so I'm going to move past that. But let's talk about our dual credit classes. Our dual credit classes are $70 per credit hour, or $210 for 3 credit hours. You have the opportunity to apply for a KIA dual credit scholarship and I would encourage you to talk to your dual credit advisor, Shelby Harding, regarding how and where to apply for those. So let's talk about financial aid and let's talk about the expectations. We definitely want you to go to class. We want you to stay in your classes. We also want you to pass your classes, and that equals you meeting Mark Mann on his favorite day of graduation at graduation. And remember, at Louisville, we have 2 graduations. So those are your expectations right there. And then also I want to talk about satisfactory academic progress. And with that, when you are on financial aid, you have to meet at least a minimum cumulative GPA of a 2.0. You have to successfully complete at least 67% of your classes. And then I'm going to skip the graduate program because like I said, I don't believe we have anyone on there. But the most important thing is to remember that you need to at least maintain at least a 2.0, which is a C or better, and complete 67% of your classes. So an example of that is if you are enrolled for 4 classes, which is 12 credit hours, as long as you complete at least 3 of the 4, you would have met satisfactory academic progress. So let's talk about how do you pay for school. It's all about the money and it's all about the FAFSA. So if you have not completed your FAFSA, please do so at FAFSA.gov. With financial aid, your financial aid could include grants, scholarships, work study, or federal student loans. So federal grants, those are based upon need. It is driven by your FAFSA information, your data from using your 2018 tax returns for the undergraduates. Your financial aid could include federal student loans, whether it's a direct subsidized or unsubsidized. And I would encourage you that if you do have to borrow, borrow responsibly and borrow smartly. And again, did you realize that the FAFSA is open for the next academic year, which is the 2021-2022. So you can file that now. I am taking appointments, virtual appointments, to assist students and families in filing their FAFSA. So let's talk about state aid. For those that are a Kentucky resident, you have the KEYS program. If you're still eligible, you can maintain your KEYS award, or you can also receive your KEYS award up to 5 years after you graduate. We also have the College Access Program grant, which that is a state grant, and the state of Kentucky gives that or awards that to students that are Pell Grant eligible and have the most need. We also have the Kentucky Tuition Grant, which provides additional services or additional financial aid for students that attend a private college and university in the state of Kentucky. And as you all are aware, Campbellsville University is a private college in the state. So please, most definitely, ensure that you put Campbellsville on your FAFSA, because those 2 grants, the College Access Program grant and the Kentucky Tuition Grant, those go by a first come, first served basis. And at the end, as you can tell, I love transitions. At the end, this is my contact information. And anytime that I'm out of the office, the main campus answers my calls, but this is my contact information. And I look forward to talking to you soon. And at this time, I am going to hand it off to Candace Bensel.
Hello, so glad that you're all here with us tonight. I want to talk a little bit about what to expect from class schedules. Typically, most of our students will do a mix of classes that are online and on-site throughout their time with us. Campbellsville University just offers a lot of flexibility, which is great, because then when life happens, there's no reason to let that get in the way of your educational goals. So we can really work with you and, look at what's going on in your world at the time and make sure that we have a program that's best for you to be able to successfully move forward in your education. So in terms of online classes, They offer a lot of flexibility with your schedule. You'll still log in weekly to participate in discussion forums and review learning resources, submit assignments, and things like that, but you don't necessarily have to log in at a set time. And Brianna is going to walk you through Moodle tonight, and that's the format that you're using for those courses. And even in a lot of your on-site classes, you'll be submitting assignments and things like that through Moodle. So she'll walk you through that so that you can start to get a little bit more comfortable with that as well. Hopefully by now, though, you know our on-site classes for this fall have actually moved to what we're calling a remote format. Because again, we're flexible for sure here at Campbellsville. And of course, with everything that's going on with COVID, we just want to make sure that you're as safe as possible, but you're still able to really have that opportunity to interact with your classmates and get that type of feel of your education that maybe you were hoping for out of an on-site class. So since they're moving to a virtual format, what that means is if you have an on-site class that's scheduled, you're still going to meet. So if you have a Tuesday night at 6 o'clock class, you're probably going to meet via Zoom or some other format virtually with your class so that you can have that discussion and that kind of thing. So make sure that you are looking in your email. We're going to go over how to set your email up. That's so important because your instructor is going to be emailing you with information on how to log into those virtual formats. So that you can learn a little bit more about that this fall. If you have any trouble with that, don't hesitate to contact us. You can either contact your admissions rep or student services is here tonight with us, and they can walk you through how to utilize those different tools and just make sure that you're successful in everything that you're doing. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to student services and Miss Kayla Seeley.
Thanks, Candace. As she said, my name is Kayla Seeley, and I am the Student Services Coordinator here at the Louisville Center. I first just want to give you a shout out for having the strength to be able to continue your education during this time. It's amazing that you did not let the stress of this pandemic get in the way of your goals. And with that being said, when and if stress and issues arise throughout the semester, the Student Services team is here to encourage you, support you, and provide assistance to you. And just to name a few services that we offer tutoring. Tutoring can help enhance and build your skills to help you be more successful in your classes. We have honors clubs and organizations that can help you become better servant leaders. We have resources for career exploration and disability services. And we also know that life happens, and if you need counseling, our marriage and family therapy program offers telehealth counseling right now. It's free for students, and we can get you more information on that as well. And that's just some of what we offer, but I do want to take some time to discuss attendance. Having good attendance is very important for student success, and CU does take attendance very seriously. And so if you are enrolled in an 8-week course, you can only miss one class. And just as Candace mentioned, if your class meets on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m., you will be expected to attend the same schedule virtually. So I would just double check your schedule, your work schedule, and just make sure that you don't have any conflicts because your professors will be taking attendance and they will be expecting you on the Zooms or whatever you're using virtually. If you are ever going to be absent, you want to communicate with your instructor, your advisor, and myself, and that will just assure that each of us are aware of your absence. In the event there may be something that we can all collaborate on to assist you or make any accommodations if needed. If you do miss a class, you will receive an absence warning from Miss Pat, and that serves as a reminder of our policy. But enough about attendance. If you all need to contact me for attendance reasons or for student services reasons, or anything else really, my email is actually at the bottom of my screen, ksseeley, and it's at campbellsville.edu. You could also just ask your enrollment counselor or anyone else for Kayla Seeley and they'll get you to me. So I also wanted to share just a couple tips for success. Tip 1, explore the technology in advance. Tonight you're going to learn about Moodle and Tigernet, but you should also just on your own make sure you feel comfortable logging in and just knowing how to access things on your own, so that way you're going to be confident when class actually starts. Tip 2, create a good study environment. This semester, since you're not going to be in your classroom, you're going to be in your own environment, your own home, so you just want to make it more comfortable as you're learning and studying. Tip 3, plan out your day and set reminders for yourself. That way you won't have an opportunity to forget about class, and it will also help you with time management. Tip 4, this is the most important. You're going to hear it all night long. Check your student email. I would check it 1 to 2 times a day just to stay up to date and prepared for class. You're going to get emails from your instructor, from us. You're going to get announcements from the university, and you just really want to know what's going on. So make sure you get your email set up. Tip 5, limit distractions. Prepare your family for time dedicated to school. It's going to be a little more challenging being at home. So if you go ahead and prepare yourself and your family, I think that will make remote learning a lot easier. That was actually my last tip for student success, but I'm so excited to work with you this semester. Just know that the student services team is here to help and support you. So please reach out if you need us. Next, you are going to hear from academic advisor, Miss Jennifer Brody.
Thank you, Ms. Kayla. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jennifer Brody. I serve as an academic advisor here at CU LEC. I just want to take a few minutes and go over some of the ways I can assist you with your educational journey. I assist students in exploring options regarding majors and programs of study. So, maybe you want to add a minor to your program. What does that look like and what does that entail? And so this is something I can help you with. Or maybe you want to change majors after a couple semesters. What does that mean? And how does that impact your degree completion? So I can assist you with that. I assess your transcript review and provide you a detailed audit for degree completion. So kind of giving you a step-by-step process of this is what you need to do to complete your degree program. I help you develop goals, offer you encouragement. We can work on student success plans together and just basically help you overcome any hindrances to your degree completion. I know Tyrone had mentioned earlier, we are certainly on your side. We're going to be some of your biggest cheerleaders. So we will be in your balcony cheering you on. I also process add drop forms for course scheduling. So anytime maybe you're a full-time student and you think I could do another course. Is that possible? What does that look like? You'll want to reach out to your academic advisor to kind of go over the options and see what's available. Or, we hope this doesn't happen, but if on those special times when something comes up and you need to drop a course, what does that mean? And how does that impact your degree progress? And how does that impact your financial aid? And that's where myself and Miss Vicki Montgomery will come in to help you and help you make that determination on changing your schedule. As Miss Kayla stated, and some of these folks are married, so forgive me if I say miss. But anyway, as she stated, you definitely want to make sure to check your student email. This is how you're going to be receiving correspondence from myself. I will be working with you each semester to help you and make sure you're scheduled for, the current semester and the following semester. And so just helping you stay on track. One thing I want to mention is at Campbellsville University, we do have a plagiarism policy in effect. And that's something, that definitely needs to be taken serious. You can find this on our website in our catalog. I believe it's on page 35, but just to kind of give you an overview of that, a brief overview. Campbellsville University's policy on academic integrity states, each person has the privilege and responsibility to develop one's learning abilities, knowledge base, and practical skills. We value behavior that leads a student to take credit for one's own academic accomplishments and to give credits to others' contributions to one's coursework. So that's just something very important to keep in mind as you go throughout your educational journey. There's so many helpful resources out there, and Kayla will be able to help you through that, and student services, what's available. But just, keep that in mind. And before I sign off here, I do want to, I read this quote the other day and I thought it was just, it really pertained to you students who are taking this step. We're just super proud of you for making the decision to come to Campbellsville University. We feel very blessed that you have chosen us to pursue your educational goals. And so it is, keep going. you never know how strong you are until you look back at everything you've overcome. And so that is just an encouragement I would like to offer you this evening as a student. So thank you for choosing Campbellsville. And I'm going to pass it off to Miss Candace Troxel.
Thanks. So you guys should have received some documents from your enrollment counselors about email setup, Tigernet, Moodle, and we're going to take this time to walk you through those to see if you have any questions. You can save them for the end after Brianna walks through Moodle and we can talk about those, or if you're more comfortable, you can reach out to your enrollment counselor after orientation or tomorrow. But we really think that the best way to get familiar with Tigernet and Moodle especially is to just log on yourself. You have plenty of time before classes start that you can log on and just kind of play around and get comfortable with what you're looking at, especially in a few days when your professors are emailing you saying that, you know, your classes are set up. Don't wait till the day of your class to log into Moodle and look at all those things. So again, we just think that it's good for you guys to log in and look at it, but we'll go ahead and start looking at those. And if you, like, if I'm going through things and you realize like, oh, I don't have access to my email, or when I click this, it doesn't look like that. Don't freak out. A lot of you guys are at different places in your enrollment process. So, you know, if you can't set up your email, it may be because you haven't set up your schedule yet. Or if nothing comes up on financial aid, it may be because you haven't completed your FAFSA yet. And that's okay. It's just a reminder that there's still things to be done. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and let's look at this is just the Campbellsville like homepage. That's the easiest way to start. And you can look over here where it says students here at the top, and you can go down and click Tigernet, which is where we're going to start today. And up here, you'll see that this is where you can log in. You should have gotten a login with a password. And if you haven't got that, then you can reach out to your enrollment counselor and see if they have that for you. So you can go ahead and log in. And first we're gonna look over here in the corner. There's like a little, looks like a picture of like a man or something. And you can click on that and go to My Profile and Settings. And this is where you can change your password from the weird password that you got originally. And we really encourage you guys to keep your email and your password, or your email and your Tigernet and your Moodle all the same like password, so it's like easier for you guys to see and look at. And this is where you can update your address and keep that updated, which I think is really good, especially like if we need to send you something, you want to make sure that that address is updated so that you'll still receive that. So the three places that we're going to look at today is academic affairs, finances, student resources. So we're going to start with academic affairs. And here on the side, you'll see a bunch of tabs, and we're clicking on academics and courses, which is the first one. And you'll see this is where you'll find like your course schedule. So I'm actually enrolled in classes currently. I have classes starting October 19th as well. So you'll see that here's my schedule that I have. And if you click view details, or if you click on each one specifically, that's where you can look more and find your like how to order your books and things like that. So we're going to scroll down to the grade report. And this is where you can click on these and it'll pull up your grades for the semester. And you can look at like your midterm grades and your final grade report for all of your classes per semester. And this is really great if you know, maybe the school that you're in has a specific grade, like GPA requirement. It's good to just, you know, kind of keep up with where you're at. So next we're going to go over to degree progress. And so you'll see here, a lot of you guys, we get questions all the time of like, how long do I have to complete my degree? How much longer do I have? Well, this is a good place to go to look to kind of see what requirements you have met and what haven't you met. You can click view all details and it'll kind of break it down further. And you're kind of just going to be looking for more of those green check marks, and that'll tell you how much you kind of have left. And then if you scroll down, you can click view course history, and this is where it'll have a full list of every class that you've taken at CU. So yeah, next we'll go over here on the side to semester enrollment. And you're going to scroll all the way down, and this is the add drop section that Jennifer was talking about. And I want to stress again that you guys really shouldn't be adding or dropping classes on your own. You should always reach out to Jennifer and Vicky, not or, both of them. Whoever your advisors are, you should be reaching out to them and making sure that it is okay for you to add those classes, because it'll affect your financial aid. It'll affect the degree plan that your advisor has set up for you. And you know, when classes are offered, there's a lot of things that go into it. So just be sure to run it by them and they can help you out and answer any questions that you have. And I will say too, you know, if the reason that you're deciding to drop your class is because you are struggling, reach out to our student services and they can set you up with a tutor, different things like that. That's why they're there for us, to help you. So next we're going to go to application for graduation. So this is when we are at Mark's favorite day of, well, actually before Mark's favorite day of graduation, you'll have to apply for graduation, and that is where you'll do that, is under academic affairs, application for graduation. Okay, so next we're going to go over to finances up at the top, and you can click over here, you can click pay my bill, and that will pull up where you can go in to pay your bill. So if Vicki has told you that you have set up your payment plan with her and she tells you to go into Tigernet to pay it, that is where you'll go for that. Next is financial aid online. So we'll click on that. And this is where you can go in and accept your award. So if you've done financial aid with Vicki and she says go into Tigernet and accept your awards, you'll do that at financial aid online. You want to make sure that you're in the correct year. So as you are going on with your years at Campbellsville and you think that something's supposed to be pulling up, but nothing is, first check that you're in the current year. And then if you go up here to menu, you can look at your loan history, your awards, all sorts of things like that. And then, so next we're going to go to student resources. So this is where you can click to generate your student email. So you can click on this and a page, we're going to click on it twice, and a page like this is going to come up. So normally it's going to have like your student email and some crazy password. You're going to want to make sure that you have a paper and a pen when you pull this up, because as soon as you click the link to go to your email, this page is going to go away and you'll have to start all over. So you're going to want to grab a pen and paper and write down your email and that weird password. And once you go into your email, you can change the password to match the one that you set up for Tigernet, just to make things easier. And this is, once you set up your email, this is where, you know, your advisors, your professors, this is the email that they're going to contact you with. Your enrollment counselor may have contacted you through your personal email, but once you set up your student email, that's the one that's in the system, and that's the one that you should be checking. Okay, so now I think the last thing I want to point out is under student services, there is the FERPA forms. So again, if Vicki asks you to go fill out a FERPA form, this is where you'll go to find that. And I think that is about it for Tigernet. Again, if you have any questions, we can share those at the end. But now Brianna is going to walk us through Moodle.
Hello, my name is Brianna. I'm an enrollment counselor here at Campbellsville University, LEC. So I am going to share my screen with you, and we are going to be on Tigernet, just where we picked off, where Troxel left us. So let me get my screen shared. Okay, can everybody see Tigernet? Awesome. So we are going to click here in this top row on student resources. And then once you get to student resources, if you look over here on the left-hand side, you can see library. And this is your student portal to be able to access an online library. So especially right now during COVID, this is a really important thing considering a lot of the libraries are closed or have limited access. So when your professors ask you to write a paper and you need good resources that don't include Wikipedia or Google, this is a great place for you to come. So once you're on the library screen, if we scroll down here, we're going to go to the Montgomery Library. And then once at the Montgomery Library, if we scroll down here, we're going to go to CU Search, and you should have received from your enrollment counselor instructions for the online library. If you didn't, then definitely get with them and they can get you those instructions. So once we're on the Montgomery Library under CU Search, we're going to type tigers because we've been asked to write a paper on tigers, which if you didn't know, that's our mascot here at CU Louisville. His name is Mr. Claus, and he is the Campbellsville Tiger. So when we type in tigers, you can see here how many results popped up about tigers. So if you need an article to reference in your paper, there's absolutely no reason that you wouldn't be able to find that here. As you can see, we have over 500,000 articles on tigers. So next, we are going to close out of the online library, and we are going to find ourselves back on Tigernet here. We are logged in as Brianna Marie Shelby. That's me. So once on Tigernet, if you need a quick way to get to Moodle, which is your online portal for your classes, we're going to look at the very top of the screen here, and we are going to click on Moodle. Once here, you have your home page. This is our lovely chapel on main campus. So if you scroll down here, it will show the courses that you're enrolled in. Also take note that it may show some of your previous courses, so you really want to pay attention to what classes you're enrolled in so you can make sure that you're clicking on the right classes. Also, over here on the left-hand side, it would have your courses listed right here. I'm currently graduated with my master's, so I have no courses listed, and that feels so good to say. You'll be there soon. So we are going to click on human trafficking. This is one of our courses. So when you click on the course, you are now at your main screen for that classroom, okay? You have now entered the human trafficking class. So at the very top of the screen, under General, you will have course resources. And this is the most important part of your class. This is exactly what it says. It's resources to help you pass your class with an A, okay? So under resources, you have your syllabus, which is very important. You want to read through your syllabus piece by piece because it's going to contain more than likely your professor information, book information. It's going to contain pieces of the class that you're going to learn. Whatever assignments you have due, it will be listed in your syllabus, and it will explain those assignments so you can know ahead of time what's expected of you. If you're in an 8-week course, you can look and see what's expected of you in week 5. Say you're going to Panama City week 5, you need to know ahead of time what you can be working on. You'll find that in your syllabus. You also have instructor contact information, and we can't say this enough at CU Louisville: communicate, communicate, communicate. Stay in communication with your professor. If you get COVID, let your professor know. If your child gets sick, let your professor know. If you stay in communication with your professor, you'll have no issues at all, okay? You also have different resources about different assignments that you may have due. So if you have to do an introduction video, you would want to click on this PDF to completely understand what's expected of you in this introduction video, okay? So enough of that. This is an 8-week class. So if I look over here on the left-hand side, I have what says topic 1 all the way through topic 8. You can also look at that as week 1 all the way through week 8, okay? So remember, we're going to Panama City during week 5. We want to go ahead and click on that and look ahead at what is due during week 5 so we can get a jump start on that, right? So if we go back up to week 1, we can look here and see all of the assignments that are due. And one of the things I love to do when I was in online classes, as I completed an assignment, I would check it off, okay? Just check it off as you read it. That way you know what you've done and what you haven't done, okay? It's just another great tool to help you succeed in your online class. So your online classes are broke up into 2 categories every week. Those 2 categories are learning resources and lesson activities, okay? Learning resources are what you're gonna study to learn to help you do your homework and your assignments, right? Learning resources, however, are your assignments, your homework, your quizzes, things like that, okay?
So real quick, Brianna, I'm sorry, real quick.
Go ahead.
That looks like a lot in week 1, but most of that is just resources. Most of them are links to videos. Your only homework are just the few couple of things down below. So when you open up Moodle and see all this stuff, do not panic. That is not all homework, right? Those are resources to help you be able to complete the 2 little trophies at the bottom.
Yes. So that's another thing. You know, a lot of people wonder with online classes, am I able to do online class? Yes, our professors provide you with so many resources to make you successful in your class. They'll provide you with video lectures. They'll provide you with YouTube links to go watch videos. They provide you with articles, PowerPoints that you can print out and study, so many different things. So if you're a visual learner, if you learn by hearing, seeing, reading, whatever it is, they have those different tools for you. So yes, as our director said, only 2 homework assignments, okay? So if we take another look at week 5, that's just my favorite week today, we can see, once again, all of the learning resources on post-traumatic stress disorder. But if you scroll down, these are only our activities, okay? You have 3 homework activities. You complete those throughout the week, you're done with that week, okay? And then over here on the left-hand side, you can see your grades. And then the other cool thing that I really like to encourage our students is to check out the participants tab. If you click on the participants, you can see who all was in your class. This is a graduate level class, so it was a little bit smaller. We only had like 5 or 6 people in that class. But the good thing about that is if I'm struggling in understanding an assignment for week 5, then I can click on Tammy's name here, and it's gonna give me her student email account. And I can send her an email and I can say, hi, Tammy, it's Brianna. I'm in your human trafficking class. Could we contact each other by Zoom, or here's my phone number and we can discuss what's due on week 5. That way we make sure we both have a good understanding in it. Definitely, again, communicate, communicate, communicate. Get to know your classmates, get to know your professor, and you'll be successful in the end, okay? So we're gonna click back on this class. This is pretty much your online class format. Every week is pretty much set up the same. As you can see here, I definitely encourage you guys to get on Moodle, play around with your classes, make sure you understand. And if you do not understand, what do? Communicate, communicate, communicate. Let us know. Student services is also, they're helpful. You know, we can walk you through this, okay? We've all been in your shoes and we understand where you're at. So definitely utilize the tools that are before you. So are there any questions about what we've covered tonight? And just know that throughout the week, you can continuously reach out to us during your first week of class if you do have any issues. It's never an issue. It's always an area of improvement that we can help you on. So feel free to reach out to us. But we are going to go ahead and turn this over to Miss Deborah Thomas.
You're muted, Deborah.
I see now. Good evening, everyone. What a pleasure and a joy to share this evening with you. We're excited about you being a part of the CU family. Your new family at Campbellsville University would like to say once again, welcome. Tonight, you have met a group of skilled, knowledgeable, professional, and caring individuals that are here to assist you in your college experience. From the entire admissions department, to the financial aid department, to the academic advising department, to faculty, which is a part of your professor, to student services, they have been working all summer for you and are here to assist you in your effort of completing your degree. We understand how you feel as you launch into unfamiliar territory, but always remember, your end game and our end game is the same. As Mark Mann has said, graduation. There is a quote that has its origin from Ecclesiastes 9:11. The race is not won to the swift, nor is the battle given to the strong. And here is the ad-lib version. But the race is given unto those who endure to the end. Let us pray. Father God in heaven, we praise you and thank you, oh God, for this evening. Lord, right now we pray for every student that is starting in the second bi-term. We're asking, oh God, that you would provide the grace that they need, that you would give them an expansion and their territory would be expanded, oh God, the space in their mind, the space in their understanding, the space even in their heart, God, to be able to obtain all the knowledge and information that they will begin to seek and learn. Bless them, God, oh, indeed. And we thank you for this evening. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. God bless you. We look forward to seeing you online.